I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress Alba La Pantera. Welcome all my loves. Shout out to the members of the channel. I love you all so much. Also, members of the channel, a lot of the notes that we were going over during that new moon in Gemini, you'll have the notes for that in your community section. All right, members? So that information will be there for you. Look forward to communing with y'all on our next live. You already know, as per guided. Yes, we'll be doing another poll for you all too, as we did within the community tab, that if you were wanting a message, you know, to just comment the emoji dragon, and we took it from there. So that will be coming up here soon. All right. But yeah, welcome all returning and new subscribers. Once again, we're going to do a live ethereal energy update, ethereal, celestial, cosmic, all that amazingness. But let me give y'all a few to get the notification too, though. Let me get my incense. I need to make our settings. Blissful evening. Welcome. Where is my okay, there you go. Gotta grab the lighter. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, there's this open. Man, I love the smell of that machampa incense. It smells so good. So good. It smells beyond good. It smells great. This incense. Ooh wee. Yes, machampa. It's the eve. Oh, snap. It's the eve of your solar return. Well, grand solar return. Yes. That's right. Okay. That's right. Enjoy that. I feel as though you will. Let me get the incense going here. Okay. I normally adjust the chat, but if anything shows up, I'll just block it. So no worries. Just don't feel as though I'm gonna go through all that setting, change it right now. All right, let's look and see. All praises due to the Most High. Mama Universe, Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High. Show me the energy here for the collective. One card. Let's see. We're still in that new moon phase. Just about. Yeah, just about. Second, let me. Yeah, we're still in a new moon phase. The moon right now is still in Gemini, but it's at 17 degrees 17. That's that Aquarius vibes right there with the star card. Oh shoot, look at the card that has popped out though. Wow. I'm loving that. That's what's up. That is certainly what's up right now. The moon in Gemini, 17 degrees, Leo degree, Leo's ruler. This we are in Gemini season, which is at 6 degrees, which is at a Virgo degree. So this is about you nurturing the inner child, especially with the affirmations that you all may have done last night, commencing the new moon, but you can still do that today while it's still in the new moon phase still. Just putting out the word as to what it is that you desire. Remember, what you desire is already something that is happening in a different dimension for you, okay? And you bringing it to manifestation, it's a desire that you're bringing into your reality in this realm. But we have here coming out, y'all, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, which is also in Gemini. So that's another thing too. The fact that we had the new moon in Gemini, Saturn going into Aries a few days before that, few lucid moments before that, with Jupiter in Gemini. Now, Jupiter is all about that expansion. So it's going to amplify the power of your words and what it is that you're putting out there. You know what I'm saying? So that way, 6 months later, during Sagittarius season, you see the fruition of that. But as we move closer and closer to that, whenever the moon is in Gemini, you should be seeing a shift based off of what it is that you have put out there during this time, during this new moon. Right now, we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's something here that is destined and fated when it comes to the way you see yourself being nurtured. I'm hearing putting the puzzle pieces together from a higher perspective, from an observer's point of view, not so much looking at a situation to see why something has happened to you, but now you are getting the wheel to turn, or you're understanding, the essence of shifting, changing your perception so you can see things clearer. And with holding on to this Holy Grail cup that the Queen of Cups is holding on to, there's something here that you've been holding on. I'm hearing for dear life. You've been holding on to it. Now you're ready to release it, refresh it, release, refresh, and rejuvenate. 6-6 on the screen, 4:59 on the clock. Okay. I wonder what else has to be about. Let me see. Wait. The letter R could be significant because it's so loud right now. Rado, okay, so something could be moving forward. The rune Rado, which is an 8 of Wands rune. Rado literally is in the shape of an R. Let me see something here. Something changes drastically and quickly based off of what it is you planted the seeds for during this new moon. Especially when it comes to your finances. There could be a change of home, a move, uprooting yourself from a situation. I'm hearing finally uprooting yourself from a situation. What's this? Strength. You have the strength now to uproot yourself from a situation. You have done the work in terms of putting your hands into the lion's mouth. So there goes you really reflecting on your inner child wounds and healing from that, no longer what's the word, coping with situations from your inner child. So let's say this has to do with you recognizing that you had to reparent yourself, but now you're seeing it from the perspective of, well, however your parents were with you, it had something more to do with the way their parents were with them, but you don't want to repeat that cycle by holding on to any type of feelings that you may have based off of the way they may have nurtured you, or if there was something that you felt that they lacked and they could have done better that may have rubbed you the wrong way previously, but now you're seeing it from a point of, you know what, they're the way that they are because of the way their parents raised them. Let's not keep this type of energy going by you knowing that and still not moving beyond and being the bigger person per se in that situation. Even if this doesn't have to do with, even if you don't have a conversation with your parents, because some of you, condolences, you have parents on the other side. You're now reaching the point where you're able to, to recognize that you can still have that conversation in spirit, soul wise. You can still have that conversation. And in doing so, however which way you do decide to go about that conversation, you notice that, you know, you're able to have a head over heart decision while still feeling that love. You know what I mean? But yeah, Rado, let me see if I can get something else from it, because that their room has a little bit more to say. Somebody could be getting an RV as well. Go for it if you want to, travel across the country. Do you, honey? The journey is the destination is the quote of this room, Rado. The journey is the destination. This has to do with vehicle, righteousness, inner compass, nobility in the path, taking charge, living in the present. Having access to inner advice and outer compass, following the heart, also speaks of protection while traveling. Okay, love to hear that. Decision making followed by immediate action. So this is where Saturn and Aries comes into play as well. Go back to the new moon video at the beginning. We went over each sign, the quantum road, the esoteric lesson, and the metaphysical activation of, where Saturn and Aries is playing out for you. And it has a lot to do with Saturn blessing you, giving you rewards based on the actions you take. After deciding to do something, the actions you take. So, yeah. Faith without works is dead, that type of thing. But putting in, the arm and the leg work is giving you access to reward. It may even come across as effortless, because the actions, okay, so the actions that you're taking, you may not see them as grand, but each step by step, the sun is starting to beam right now. It wasn't doing this all day. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. I see what it's talking about a little bit later. So let's put this over here. Let's just get into our Celtic spread and see what's going on. 712, that's Moon Cancer energy. 505, yeah, this could be changes within the home, within the family here for some of you. Destined changes, destined and fated changes. Some of you could, let me see. We're here. We're here, so, 1 second, words. It could be a Gemini rising. Yeah, could be Gemini rising that this is happening for. Or you could have someone close to you that's going through a significant change in their family that is empowering and uplifting to them. And it also inspires you. There's a shift in your energy because of this other person's empowerment and upliftment that they're experiencing at this time. Could be. Oh, wow. Beautiful energy, y'all. I love this. Yeah, the sun card and the root chakra. So yeah, definitely Happiness, great news coming in. A yes for some of you. This could be an apartment that you're getting approved for that allows you to feel secure, stable, rooted, and grounded. You have speak it into existence. You have the throat chakra here at the bottom of the deck. So this could be something that I'm hearing, step outside the box. Go big or go home type shit, because it's given don't settle for less because of what your current conditions are. Don't settle for less, or don't settle for something where you are surviving, because you'll continue to call in opportunities that match with surviving rather than you thriving in a situation. Make sure this is okay. So with this showing up together, there is amazing news that you will be receiving. But this could also speak to what we were just talking about, Saturn, because Saturn rules the root chakra as is the closest to the earth, and Saturn ruling, Capricorn energy, as well as Aquarius. The ancient ruler of Aquarius is Saturn. But when we're talking about it in this sense, as far as the root chakra, it has to do with Saturn's energy, that which is earthy, that which is grounded, but the lessons you go through in order to have that basic level of trust. So there's some situation here that is coming around to you, especially with this Wheel of Fortune, that has to do with you being able to feel secure. I love that so much, because when you have a solid foundation, now everything else begins to blossom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm hearing you're giving more to yourself now. You're more comfortable doing so. You don't see it as a burden or guilt or shame for doing something that in the past you may have been uncomfortable to do, especially if it has to do with something you had to say. 616 on the screen. I'm gonna leave this here together as your current energy. What's in the immediate past? What's in the immediate past? Wow. There was a movement, choice, and decision that had to be made. Can you show me what this is? This could be a shift. There goes 17, where the moon is right now in Gemini, and Gemini has to do with choices. So you had to, first and foremost, is stepping out of this energy of hoping something will happen. This is because hoping puts you in survival mode. When you're hoping, you are also expressing a sense of lack. Humanity has been taught otherwise, to see that as faith knowing, when it's far from that. It's more connected to fear than anything else. So you have to shift from that, heal from whatever type of ideals that would connect you to making you feel that this hope is actually giving you what your heart desires, but in hoping is keeping that energy blocked from you. So you have to make some sort of movement, choice, or decision that really connects to you knowing, connection to your faith, that this is going to happen because it is for you. And whatever it's not for you, it's going to be rejected, and you're being more than okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Can you show me what this movement, choice, and decision in the past is for the collective? Show me what this movement, choice, and decision. You standing your ground. Where did this come out yesterday? It was here in your crowning position. So that reading from yesterday may have beautifully placed some of you in the position to reanalyze something here that had to end, coming to a close, bringing something here to a close. 2-7, that 6 of Swords energy, February 7th, the 6 of Swords energy. So moving away from something, standing your ground in the past had to do whatever it is that you moved away from. That could be that logical situation, that head over heart decision. Whatever this is, you're seeing the payout now. Currently, you're seeing the payout now. That's what's up. This is the result of a judgment call you made with this 19 and the 1. There could be something that you're not able, you have access as far as some sort of inheritance. 511 on the clock. 511 is 7 of Pentacles. That is 7 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing that 7 of Pentacles card, that figure that is looking over that one pentacle. That one pentacle is worth more than the other 6. So the test that you underwent recently, that required you to stand your ground by moving away from a situation, Emotionally, physically, logically. In what order? In what order? First, it was physically. It happened physically. Then it was logically. But emotionally was second. Logically was third. What you're doing now, which is giving you, is showing the level of maturity you have. Now that you have unlocked, liberating yourself from that situation emotionally and logically. Physically, you may not be around that situation. Something about 1971 to 72 could also be significant here as well. And 2019 to 2020, specifically February to July. Show me more about this past situation where they stood their ground. Show me more about the past situation where they stood their ground. Wow. There goes the wheel. It could be a change of home, the way you see family, what you considered family, especially when it comes to your purpose. You made a decision to align with your purpose by any means necessary with no harm to none. With harm to none. Because no harm to none sounds a little different. Anyway. Yo. What's the challenge here? Yeah, there was some sort of conflict and defeat. This energy of feeling conflicted and defeated. Five of Swords, which is Venus in Aquarius. When it comes to who you felt as though you was going to build with on a long term, but then coming to the realization of their purpose in your life was for a season, you know? What's the challenge? What's the challenge here? Oh, wow. Wisdom, which is what Saturn grants you. This is the Hierophant, though. There goes that 5, that change. Let's see something here. Interesting. Intriguing, rather. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who is about to influence you step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You're also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group of kin-minded souls. Okay, so that could be what the challenge is here, where you may have distanced yourself from some sort of group, some network that you were connected to in the past, and you may find it a little challenging at this current moment because there could still be that lingering energy of the past, but not to worry because you do have the sun with the root chakra showing up as your current energy, which is showing that where you're headed is connected to your soul's mission. It's connected to your soul, your mission. It could also have to do with your career. It could also have something to do with father related matters as well. Okay. The challenge could be you seeing support from a kindred type of group. Let me see. Let me pull one more. What's at the bottom? Love begins. Okay, yeah. So seeing, being clear of where the love is. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. You literally 823. Trust where what you're being to do, especially when let's say you feel uncomfortable in a situation around a group of people and you okay. We're back, right? Let me see. Testing, testing, testing. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, we're back. I need to wipe this off. There goes my moon in Virgo. Give me 1 second. Cause that, no. Matter of fact, I should give me some more tea. I'll be right there, y'all. We on to something here, huh? We on to something, baby. Hold up. We on to something. Hold on, love. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So we left off at, let's say you're uncomfortable around a group of people and you're someone who also is a diviner, or you've been through situations before and you second guessed your gut. Just don't do that this time. Don't ever feel that you'll be missing out on something, especially if you get that, that instinctive, intuitive nudge within your gut that got you feeling a little something. You know what I'm saying? Something is not what. Nah, this ain't it. So let's see. Let me get in an additional message here to see what this is. Why is this? Tell me more about the challenge being a Hierophant. Now, I'm getting High Priest energy. If you are possibly second guessing a reading that you may have received, that's not for all of you. But it's also, if that's you and you are a masculine, that could have been your test in terms of, what to look for, the feeling of when something is not truly what it's stating to be, because you could be in training or going through some sort of initiation as a high priest yourself. It's 525, so 2 lucid moments days ago could have been significant. Tell me more about why this is a challenge. You got the 8 of Wands. August 5th, May 8th, 85 or 58. So you possibly are at an odds, or something could be challenging here for you because of how quickly it's moving. Okay, I see where this is going. So there's some level of success here that someone is having at a higher level. And as quickly as it's moving, you may feel as though, is this real right now? Yes, babe, it's real. Yeah, look at this, the crown chakra. You know what the work that you've put in. What's at the heart of this? Okay, so there was, okay, the work that you put in. There was something that you have You made the most amazing choice of your life in the past that was in alignment with your destiny. So don't second guess yourself. We're gonna find out more. We're gonna find out more because this feels as though this may not be for all of you. It does feel a bit personal here. You know, it's 5:27 on the time. Today is the 27th of May. The time is now. The time is now. Your time is now. Your time is now. What's at the basis? Look at this. Wow, that really wanted to come out. It showed itself here at the heart of the matter. So the heart of this is that you, let me see. You're in a position where your knowing and your beliefs and your knowing doesn't align with the possible group that you're connected to or person that you're connected to. They can't see the vision as well as you can. Now, they can't see the vision as well as you can, but this is also probably the final test for you in terms of not allowing someone's level of their experience to have you second guessing what you already know about yourself. You know what I mean? You know how your synchronicities work for you, how alignment works for you. That when you think or feel something, or you have the thought or feeling of something, it comes up to you immediately. You know what I'm saying? Show me more about the basis of this. Don't let someone's ignorance, lack of knowledge to get in your way, especially when you're at a point, you know, as they say, it's darkest before dawn. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get to that point of that breakthrough, getting through that threshold. What tends to happen as you're about to go past that last part of that threshold to get to the other side, to take it to the next level, whatever is in the depths of the darkness does whatever it can to keep you away from it. This could be something that's within you as well, where a part of you is so used to a certain way that this next level, literally shifting from surviving to thriving, is so foreign that it feels as though that part of you is going through a literal death, and it has a fear of it. But you, in this evolved version of yourself, is more so, nah, this time to have this transformation. What else came through? Look at this. You have you know your power. You stepping into it. You, because with the emperor at your foundation, it's showing that you know who you are. You know what your heart is guiding you to do, because the emperor is also connected to the heart, and you do have the spiritual strength. You've been through this many times. It's given 9 lifetimes here. And then look at that. 414. 2 fire sign energies, Aries, Sagittarius showing up. With this is also Sagittarius, moon in Sagittarius here, but you have the spiritual strength because you're trusting your heart. So this is what I mean about that threshold. You're going from the lower parts of yourself and you're stepping into the higher octaves of yourself, which means going through the heart chakra and moving above that. Not in a sense of hierarchy, but just in the sense of merging the two, merging the shadow, merging the light, merging the demons with the angels, because demons is just a descended version of an emotion. MON, Monday, ruled by the moon. That's all a demon is. Can it be manifested into something that's physical? That's how powerful, you know, the human psyche and one's thoughts can be, where people will experience that if that's what they create. But there's levels to that where it can be, you know, seen as the energy within you, but to each his own. That would be a whole different conversation right now. But yeah, so look at that. Advanced place. I'm getting AP from this. Advanced placement. CDs. Something about CDs. But you're building yourself from an advanced place. You may have been someone who has taken advanced placements in school too. You know, the advanced placement courses in school as well in those days. But yeah, something also that's also significant here for someone that you have taken. You don't recognize how that's, whoa, okay. You may not even see the effects of what you experienced in the 8th grade that allowed you to move a little bit further in high school once you got there. And the way that is also, you know what I'm saying, influencing this energy as well. From 8th grade to that 9th grade, you have here accelerated motion, wisdom. You are wise beyond your age from the time that you were a child, let's say 4. From the moment you were able to speak, you are extremely wise. I'm not going to say were because you still are, you know? So, wow. And you went through lessons where people would possibly put you in this bubble where you may not see how much wisdom you actually have. What's crowning the collective here in this message? The moon, the shadow, and the power you have. Yeah, there goes that 8. Okay, 818. So something about that time frame between 12 and 18 is very significant. Where you have cleared a lesson from that time period between 12 and 18. You cleared yourself from something that occurred that literally influenced things that happen after 18. And there may have been something that came around recently, but it doesn't know that you're not that person you used to be between that 12 and 18 range. You have matured, you have learned your lesson, 533, also could be 1733, but you have learned your lesson, moved on, healed from it, so much that you are literally helping others through possible similar situations. That could be the situation as well, where you were in a position to help someone that has gone through something similar to you, and there was somebody around who wasn't, you know what I'm saying, who wasn't taking that too well because they wanted to be that person with that advice, but you the one that came through it. And the person or people around you may not even know you. You just came out the blue, but whoever that person is, quote unquote, hating, knows you and been attempting to do what you just did in possibly 2 minutes. But because they're doing too much and not being themselves, they didn't get to see the opportunity to do it, or when they had the opportunity, it was just doing too much. Okay, let me see what else. Look at that. You're in your emotions about something you said. You're in your head about something you said. And love begins. Oh, you know what I'm seeing here too? Where somebody... So because the current situation is the sun in the root chakra, where there's safety, security, feeling rooted and grounded, you may not realize that you said certain things to a certain someone, and it's certainly going to go places between you and them. A higher level of commitment. You may not have heard. Okay, so some of you just possibly met someone. There probably wasn't communication. Less than I would say 3 lucid moments, 3 days. Because anything further than that is a little bit much. But this person may even contact you on the 3rd day. Like it's that type, it's literally that type of vibe where you haven't heard from this person, but they're about to tell you exactly why. They may have lost their phone. They didn't communicate with you because they didn't want to, or they were playing games, basically is what I'm getting to. All of that for what? That's connected to that other part too, in terms of just looking too deep into something, but in reality the person is not, someone is not playing games when it comes to you, collective. Because once again, we do have, especially for someone who's looking into a higher level of commitment, 744 on the screen right now. The lion energy. They're not going to play about you, love. They are not going to play about you, especially because the love begins cards coming through here. Let's do it this way. Let me get some of these fortune cards. I want to see, what is this about? But this could also be what you're manifesting and bringing in with the moon and the sun here. Current situation, but what's crowning it is the moon. So the words that you utilize to bring in something new with this new moon in Gemini. Right? So let me see. Let me see what we have. Greetings. Okay. Wow. Wow. I'm telling you. 1122. You could be a life path 11 or 22, and both of you are ascended masters. That's what I'm saying. This person is not playing, is not going to be out here playing about you. They're not your ops. They're not going to move as your ops. Wow. And source, the universe is not going to play about this connection either. At all. Is coming through as, let's say this has to do with the love situation. You match, there's an alignment between the divine feminine and masculine within both. Your emperor ways matches their emperor ways, your empress ways matches their empress ways, type of thing. Now, as far as some sort of inheritance, again, because I'm seeing within my mind's eye that Seven of Pentacles, you may have possibly felt left out in a situation, or you feeling left out because of over giving in something, but Source Universe has seen your entire journey, so you're going to receive your just due for that. Okay. Let me see what else. Very well. Show me the crown energy. This, okay, the false person card showing up sideways, just as this, in terms of what we was talking about before, in terms of your challenge, that you may not, let's say you may be second guessing about a certain type of union because of the past. Trust that intuitive instinct that you're receiving, especially when it reminds you of something of the past. Don't second guess that. Because it's coming through as a final test. 11-8, 11-8, 8-11. I'm really feeling strongly of something here by the last test. And it's not even so much of a hard test. It's just more so you're seeing something play out in the physical that happened in the past, but you have the awareness and the wisdom that you have now, and you can get yourself out of it much faster. Yep. High honor. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's something, something that you've overcame from your childhood that literally influenced your life between 18 and 25. Then 25 to about, let's say, I'm going to give it 40. You're recognizing something between that 26-40 range. Well, let's give it more so 18 to one solar return. Saturn return. And then after that is when you're recognizing, okay, this shit come back around. We gonna nip this in the bud immediately, because this cycle was not happening again. Literally, cycle, moon card, energy. This cycle is not happening again, because something could have come up that you experienced between that teenager going into your being legal stage type shit, from 18 to, you know what I'm saying, 18 to 22 type of experience. No longer having regrets, because even when someone regrets something that they may have done to you, know that that's not even love either. That's not love. To regret something doesn't mean love. It's not synonymous to an apology, basically. One more. Wow. Some of you are certainly moving from a place you grew up, from a place that where you grew up, either physically or spiritually. For some of you, it's both. Where you're moving past a certain way of feeling and thinking based off of a certain belief that you were connected to previously. Main female at the bottom of the deck, 2. And behind her, wow, beautiful, great fortune. This is a white world bridger energy too. It's white resonant world bridger, if I'm not mistaken, 226, kin 226. But that has to do with, the white world bridger has to do with going through a process of transformation or death as well. Courthouse. Wow. Okay, something may move certainly very quickly here as far as a relationship with this marriage energy. Woo, wealthy man who may not even have children. Someone who doesn't have children because the child's in reverse on their way. Wow. Bad health concern. Let me see. Expectation. That's done and over with. 543. 544 now. So something was certainly said that helped you to shift. So this could even be that energy of Saturn and Pisces going into Aries, because it's going to change the house that it's in for you. And the judgment or decisions you decide to make. 20, that's your current situation. Someone also feels liberated for not moving somewhere. You made the right decision. This obviously is collective, so I got to give all the messages that come through. But someone decided not to move somewhere, and you may be thinking, shit, should I have? No, you're fine. You're about to be shown that all is well. Something better is on its way. And for others of you, this could have to do with the move. I feel that there's more that wants to come through here for what's crowning. Let me go to the angels and ancestors and see what's up. Angels and ancestors, clarify the moon with the throat chakra. You could have a moon in Taurus, or the full moon in Scorpio could be significant to you right now. A change that was made since then, or the new moon in Taurus. So we're looking at, let me see. Do I have the date here? Oh, no. Let's just say end of March. To new moon in Taurus, that's 427. Tell me more about this crowning energy here for the collective. We're clarifying this. Let me just show it so you can see it. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Enjoy success and happiness. Are you ready for what it is that you asked for? It's on some... You can't go back to the version that you were before. You can't go back to the version you were before. It doesn't exist. So you're being asked to get in the mode of enjoying happiness. That could be quite a... That could be a task for some who, you know, for some time have been used to having to stand your ground and to let your guard down, to just smell the roses. This is what you're being asked to do here. Especially if there was something that was revealed to you, you expressed it, and you may have received backlash for it. Listen, it allowed you to see exactly what was around you because you said what you had to say. Hold space. You held space for some sort of ancient wisdom that just sprung out of you. Let's see. To get the sun twice, you lit shit. Wow. And the high priest shows up twice. Yeah, you have officially awakened divine perception. 9:55 on the screen. Make plans and focus. This is coming through because you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So this is a new cycle that you're in. Just continue to make plans and focus. Plans that surround you with the energy of enjoying happiness, intending and creating based off of enjoying happiness. Because in the past you may have been used to intending to create to protect yourself. Not to say that you protecting yourself is something that stops, but by you intending and creating with the intent to enjoy happiness, that's another form of protection as well. The way this is coming through. Because it seems as though it awakens it awakens a guardian angel, some sort of protection that literally causes a wind of change and gets certain situations or people away from you that are having the intention to distract you as you're making the plans, you know what I'm saying, to and focus with the intention to create a life of happiness or completing tasks that you set out to do. What was I about to do just now though? Oh, awakening divine perception. Something about that card here in this Isis Oracle deck. Let me see. Which one is it though? I'm gonna have to look at the picture. Let's see if I... There you go. It's the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Spot on. Come through, baby. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. There goes that. Confirming that when you're in alignment to what you love to do and bringing in happiness, ooh, you want to see the universe protect you, especially if you are a person of service in service to the collective. The Oracle of the Eye of Horus is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you have been wondering about your divine path, whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight, and whether you will be protected spiritually in a certain matters or situation, then this oracle is a confirmation for you. And and that's confirmed here in the challenge position here of the Hierophant showing up with the accelerated motion. If you ever wondered if you are protected in a situation, especially when someone tries you, and trying is an insult to doing, and then to even think or have the thought that a divine one protected by source, by the universe, could even be tried, or anything, you know, having to do with taking them off track, just know that protection from the cosmos is coming in expeditiously. And on target. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what's happening next here for you. Wow. What's happening next year? Emotionally withdrawing from a situation. Another 8. Emotionally withdrawing is next. I'm seeing this as the way it's showing up in my mind's eye is the energy that was within you that you were withdrawing from is being zapped out. You could be seeing this color in your peripheral, this aqua type of color. Yeah, look at that. You got spiritual union because it's time. Wow, see what I'm saying? There's something here in regards to a love situation, especially with the Hierophant energy coming up twice. There could be something where your moon sign is their sun sign and vice versa. Where their moon sign is your sun sign is their moon. One to 5. Something has officially been unlocked. That, I'm telling you, this new moon in Gemini is no joke. Especially with Jupiter and Gemini too. So it amplifies, you know what I'm saying? What it is that you're calling in. And Jupiter about to go into Cancer. One of the things about Jupiter switching signs is that it gives off a gift whenever it's switching signs. So there's that. And it loves to be in Cancer. So Jupiter, you know. Is literally exalted. Did it do it again? It's literally exalted in the sign of Cancer. So this is going to be huge for people in terms of matters of the home. Let me see. If you are Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, possibly Rising, Aries Rising, you for sure could be moving. You could be deciding to move. Congratulations. Or you could be getting into a union here that, you know, you and the person move. I'm hearing across the country. Just invite me to the wedding. We have here emotional withdrawal from obstacles and challenges. Saturn and Leo. Okay. So, with that being said, this has to do, this certainly, because for Leo, Saturn is in the 9th house. Which is expansion with Saturn there, expansion through disciplined self-realization. So being able to withdraw from any type of situation that you know prevents you from realizing who you are yourself. You know what I mean? Purging from false beliefs. Literally purging from false beliefs. And some of you stepping into your purpose for real in regards to possibly teaching, recognition, and reward. You will be recognized and rewarded for this. Yeah. Ooh, big time, baby. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. No one can say that it's coming across as you possibly had to go through so much alone. And if you, especially with this Hierophant or Wisdom card, 8 of Wands, accelerated motion showing up as a challenge. If you're the type of person that the reason why you are who you are right now is because you had to take so many situations to yourself and transformations to yourself and by yourself, What's affecting certain people around you right now possibly is seeing the growth that you've had, and they may be the ones who felt as though or said that you wouldn't be able to do this, you can't do that, and then they see you do it. They know they can't have any type of audacity to say that the reason why you are who you are, where you are, is because of them. And the wild part about that is, if they were more supportive along your journey, you wouldn't have a problem with saying, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for being there. But they so deeply wounded, you know what I mean? They don't have an understanding of unconditional love. Love to them was based off of conditions and only conditions. But love with conditions is not love. That's a fucking business contract. You know what I'm saying? What's the advice for the collective? What's the advice for the collective here? Ooh, 766 on the screen, 855 on the clock, or 55, 558, but I see 855, 866. Wow. Yeah, certainty and abundant change here. And with the 8s being separated by 66 and 55, now it went to 9, 559. Let's see. 4 of Cups. Discontent and boredom. I'm seeing that card from the Starseed that says, trust the niggle that you receive, especially when it comes to any type of situation that instantly cues some sort of discontent. Don't do what you used to do before, where you would wait and see if something would change. Because how often, you know what I'm saying, do you enter a situation already sensing what's about to go down, but just still see if, no more doing that shit. Nip that shit in the bud from the time it shows up. There was a whole lamb on the screen in that commercial. Look at that. Wow. This may even come up in your mind's eye before. Trust it. Yeah. Okay. So trust what it is that you see before you enter a situation. It's going to be spot on for you. Yeah. Let me see. Now we being ugly. Hold on. What we want to use? Let's go here. Should we? No. Let's get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna go over here. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I did. Let's go to this deck, the Zodiac Intuit Oracle. For this deck, you will have to go onto their website and get it. If you are looking to get the Zodiac Intuit Oracle 108. Clarify more about this advice for the collective. Look at that. You got the 6 of Gemini, the 6 of Scorpio, sexual fulfillment, moving on from some sort of sexual fulfillment, intimacy, love affair, going away. 6, look at that, 66 at that. Okay. Wow. That's okay. What's this? Because it's loud. It's peeping through a little bit, but choose wisely. This is the 7 of Cups, which has to do with something you see in your dreams. Trust it. Don't even play around. Trust what you see. Trust what you see. Then you have rings here. In regards to some sort of commitment, this could be about a home, about a family member, because it says Cancer energy showing up with the moon in Cancer. Let me see. For some of you, don't allow yourself to trick yourself when it comes to something you do see that you've healed from. You would have to use your discernment on that. But it's coming through as if you've healed from some sort of family wound that you've had, and you meet someone new, someone that piques your interest. Now remember, interest in terms of finances, that shit creates a bill. And this dream shows up about something that you have already healed. This could be something that that person may be experiencing, and you may not realize how gifted you are spiritually just yet, where certain things that you see in your dreams have to do with people that you encounter, because you can get through that bubble of the unseen realm. You can puncture right through it, you know. So yeah, even with when someone comes through around you, you can notice what's going on with their chakras. Something shows up in your dreams that lets you know for sure. Just trust that, okay? Trust it. Trust what you see, darling. Gratitude for the thumbs up. Those of you hitting that thumbs up, I see y'all in here. Gratitude, love. Proper energy exchange right there for those of you who have. Let's see. Destination or bus, long journey. Yeah, you didn't come this far to go backwards. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Because look, is that the sacrifice card? Oh, shit. That's... Man, you ain't come this far to go backwards. So let's say there's a potential that instead of trusting your intuitive instincts, you move forward with the situation. It doesn't last. It immediately shatters. Which is a form of protection too, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So and that could be where that bold step that you take to even go against your instincts actually shows you, all right, now it's time for you to trust your intuition. Yeah, 772 on the screen. Now it's time for you to trust your intuition, because again, it's showing you saw this already. Now it's time for this to go. Tower moment happens, where something you said reveals the truth of this energy, where you already see, oh no, this is not going to be something that is secure, rooted, and grounded. Absolutely not. And this could be where you tell a situation or a person no, they literally turn into that thing from Men in Black, that monster looking dude. That's what they turn into. They start tripping, tweaking and shit. 606 on the oh shit. I tell you now, they better tread wisely. Because again, your angels, your spirit guides, ancestor source is not playing about you. And anything that attempts to get in your way, remember the message. You are protected. People gonna be out here dropping ass flies, fucking around. Listen, I got a Mars in Aries, so hey. Let's see. What else about this advice? Your mind's eye is showing you a tower moment. It's going to show you a tower. That's why you shouldn't, don't have this, trust yourself to know that where you're not supposed to be, you'll be guided out of it. You know? Shit. Yeah. Getting out of victim mentality that leads to confusion and the resistance of clarity. Yeah. Out of touch. You're going to be shown something that is out of touch. There's some, see, confirmation bias. Let me see. Optical illusion. Shit. Not what it seems. Whatever trap this is, your signal is discontent and boredom. Yeah. Your signal when it comes to something that is not in alignment to you is discontent and boredom. To move forward with it, to see if something's going to change, a tower moment is going to happen. And the tower may even be you through the no that you give to the person, or whatever it is that you say to cut the connection, or just blocking the person. That you become the tower in that instance, or the tower happens because of, something you said. This could even be a conversation that you have, right? And you may not even realize why someone doesn't want to connect with you again. It's because they realize you're not somebody to be fucking with. And it's something that you probably said that was so simple that, that it literally signaled their lower chakras. It could be a masculine. It literally signaled this man's lower chakras to spaz the fuck out. 777-609. Moon energy. It literally triggered their emotions, that it literally spun them out of your existence. Okay. Wow. It's the duality of Gemini. You got the love, and then you also get the other side. And it comes quickly. What's in the environment here? Yeah, show me this energy. What's in the environment? I'm telling you, can't make that shit up. Someone who is deceiving themselves, they're not in your league. And you're not in theirs. Just to be respectful both ways. Especially with you emotionally withdrawing from this type of energy. Because whoever this is obviously someone who has some sort of deceptive ways, or envies you, but wants to be around you. Very strange. Very strange. Not even weird, because the true definition of weird means supernatural. They're nowhere near that. They could be lying about a firm foundation that they have, but they don't. Could be someone who doesn't want to move on, who sees you as their victory and success. They see balance with you, but it doesn't, it takes you off of balance. This could also be the past situation where you've emotionally withdrawn from people who talk shit about you after you disconnect from them. Like you're bored for a reason. Show me more about the advice then. Show me more about the advice. One more. Yeah, you bored for a reason, because you went through the transformation into the Emperor. Because you got 414 here. This could be what it is that you were possibly conflicted and defeated, or someone could be maybe projecting that and missing They're projecting some sort of energy of feeling conflicted and defeated, but that shit is missing the target, which is you, and it has to be returned back to them. Now they stuck with their own shit, as they should be. Yeah, awareness, magician, transformation. You became aware of what all of this is, that you moved on from it. So much, again, that version of you no longer exists. You got some solid energy here. Pluto, Mars, Jupiter, yeah. That's a spiritual warrior you don't want to mess with. As far as you collective, you the type of spiritual warrior that you can't be touched. And anyone who attempts to do that, especially at this phase that you're in, man, especially with your current situation being the sun card with the root chakra, they hit rock bottom in ways that they could never even fathom that rock bottom exists. But it's the rock bottom that you evolved from. This is what I'm saying. They're not in your league. They can't handle what you had to experience to get to this point. One more for the advice. Come on now. With the Empress. You're not a page no more. They're not even in the deck. They're not even in the deck. They're not a minor arcana. They're not a page. They're not a knight, a king, or queen. Just dissolved in the ethers now. Because that part of you that they was able to connect to, that was a similar frequency, you've literally transformed from that and had a rebirth. All that other shit, other than greatness, anything less than excellence, that shit is boring. And that's your cue that this something that is time to, disconnect from, or don't give it the time of day. For others of you, you're in a position of authority to be patient in this situation that may be a projection of conflict and defeat, so that way the true divine judgment can play out, because you're possibly clearing out generations of that energy, infinite before and infinite after, where it no longer exists. Yeah, it be that way sometimes too. With the hangman here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is certainly someone, you collective, where you had to be very bold and brave to see something from a much different perspective as you've seen it, to cut it at the root. Show me the hopes and fears position here that needs to be cleared out. You just understand that you do have clarity of the situation. We're going to turn this upright. Ace of Swords. There's no need to hope or fear that you're clear about this. Yes, you are clear about this. Or this is the truth of this energy here. It's time for you to enjoy your abundance, my love. Material harvest. And this is that single independent card. Also with the falcon on it. Remember that divine awakening, divine perception message? That too. About what? Clarify? Sheesh. Come on, source. Clarifying this energy where you were possibly wondering, am I tripping, or am I really getting this divine judgment? Yes. Has your petition been heard in terms of divine judgment? Yes. The change is coming. It's here. You don't have to hope for it. Because this came out in this hopes and fears position in reverse. Just clear your mind from whatever this situation is of the past that could be still lingering in your energy. Trust the synchronicities and the signs that when you have this intuitive conversation with yourself and you look outside or you look at some sort of sign, it literally says exactly what it is that you were feeling or had the thought of, confirming for you what's up. Because once again, the universe is not going to leave you out here hanging. You are literally the embodiment of life, of eternal life. So of course you'll have some great opposition when it comes to you. Absolutely. To whom much is given, much is required. Look at all this energy that you have here at the bottom of your spread. The Emperor, Archangel Michael energy with Temperance, the Empress, the Death card. Listen, 786 on the screen. You so high in vibration that you tapped your soul star chakra. Because you did that, that is awakening your mind's eye in a way that I'm telling you, there's so much you can do within your subconscious realm through those conversations that we were discussing yesterday, right before you go to bed. And it's not a game. There's a lot that you can do within that subconscious realm. It don't even have to be when you go to bed. But again, with this new moon in Gemini, when you're speaking what it is that you want to come into fruition, into existence, and then you got Jupiter in there, which also has access to the unseen realm because it's also an ancient ruler of Pisces. You see where we going with this? It's on some people better leave you alone, mind their business, because they no more letting shit go. Ain't no more of that. Oh, you bold enough to come over here and test the energy and cause confusion? Come get this work. Come catch this spiritual detox. You know how a detox can be for some for some people, where they shitting, throwing up, crying, pissing all at the same time. Listen, look at that. Harmony, which is also the Lover's card or Gemini energy showing up here. They 888 on the screen. They could get either side. 620 on the time. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. What's the outcome, my love? What's the outcome here for the collective? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Patience and planning. That's the Seven of Pentacles that we was talking about earlier. But in the Rider-Waite deck, it's the figure standing over that one pentacle, where you are that one pentacle, that Ace of Pentacles, that golden pentacle that's connected to Uriel. So you're connected to seeing patterns. Wait a minute. So Mercury is also getting into the center of the sun, but that'll be at the point of the royal star Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull, which is also connected to Archangel Michael. This is Thursday, Friday around the year, 29th, 30th. That's the point of Aldebaran. Shout out to my reflection, royal star energy, 9 degrees, 9 degrees. Wow. So something is really, the outcome here, something is being cut out of your life with precision. And anything or anyone that is not aware of who you are and they want to test the waters, this is the worst moment in a lifetime to be messing around with what you got going on when it comes to the divine service and mission that you have here in this realm. That has to do with bringing in unconditional love. You know, look at this. Rejoice in celebration here. Mercury in Cancer. That's you, your ancestors, your higher self, source, celebrating this moment that you've been patient and planning for. Remember, intend and create. The intention of enjoying happiness. 990 on the screen, 622 on the clock. The intent of enjoying happiness due to completing a cycle. Let's get one more for the outcome here. This is the first one, Saturn in Taurus. For Taurus rising, that's that energy. Saturn is in the 12th house, but the quantum role for Taurus, while Saturn is in Aries, is I am the earthquake, the shadow transmuter. Come on now. Psychic armor from ancestors. Psychic armor from ancestors. Ancestors. Why does that feel as though it's not coming out properly? Marie Laveau could be significant here for some of you. It was just 623. Especially when it comes to people fooling around with love spells and all this other nonsense. You are the tower. I call you. That's 7 and 7. You are divine justice. You are divine justice. The trumpet has spoken. Yo. Victory and success. This is a beautiful tower right there. That's the best tower. A tower that brings in, yeah, bring it. Bring it, okay? Wow. Let me see. Revelations 13 and 19. The sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying, the sixth angel who had the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Euphrates. Let me see here. The Euphrates symbolizes the circulation of blood in the physical man. Yo, what? Oh my gosh. There has been a release of ancestors that have been asleep for a reason. Because they don't know nothing other than an ass whooping that literally clears out generations. And they flow through you, through your auric field. They flow through you. Could be someone who has a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or Pluto in Scorpio is significant, or Pluto in the 8th. Ayo. Revelations, which speaks about the angels from Euphrates, but Euphrates metaphysically speaks to the circulation of the blood in man. The circulatory system is closely connected with the outer physical or seemingly material organism of man, and the nervous system, which is also connected to Mercury, new moon, and Gemini. This, I'm telling you, whatever you called in for this new moon in Gemini, you still got a chance to do it now too, because it's still in the new moon, it's still in Gemini. Okay. The circulatory system is closely connected with our outer physical or seemingly material organism of man, and the nervous system is more the organ of the mental and spiritual. The circulation of the blood symbolizes the flow of divine life throughout the body, and true spiritual life is the real vitalizing element in both the outer and the inner phases of man. Anaharaim, an Aram of the two rivers, highlands of two rivers, refers to the belief of the spiritually unawakened intellect that the purely physical blood is the life of man, that which keeps the whole organism alive. This belief takes no account of the interior and spiritual phase, but thinks the outer to be all sufficient. There are persons who think that when one takes up the study of spiritual things, one becomes queer and unbalanced. Sometimes those who are in the overcoming life are confronted with just such ideas, and the thought presents itself to them that they had better be content with generally established ideas of the world regarding life and existence. People were content. These are some of the people from Arang Naharaim. They are of intellect governed by the sense of man or carnal mind. This is just confirming overall the essence of telling you people better leave your ass alone because you've awakened the ancient part of your blood. You have awakened something within you here. Let me see. Let me look at this. Is it this? 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 Yeah, we're gonna go to the Mystic Martians deck. Mystic Martians. Let me see. What has awakened within the blood of the collective? What has awakened within the blood of the collective? What has awakened within the blood of the collective? What has awakened within the blood of the collective? Andromedan, autonomy, free will, manifestation, your effortless ability to manifest. And the Merkaba, you're in your chariot of ascension, movement, long distance travel. Yeah, some of you could definitely be moving, or you can feel this urge to move. Or there's something significant about someone new moving to where you are at currently, because there's literally someone here moving, but that could be a message here for some of you too, where that changes the energy and the environment that you're in a great way. Let me see. Andromedans has to do with self-agency, autonomy, left, logic, right, creativity, hemisphere alignment, ascended consciousness, free will, untapped potential has awakened, 0 point energy, knowing, paradox perception, manifestation, crown chakra activation, telepathy, multisensory perception, go-getter energy, eccentricity, fluid, vibrant, creative excitement. Okay. Andromedans have their own high council regarding intergalactic and interstellar governance of multitudes of star systems and galaxies. Andromedans are extremely concerned with humanity's future, with the ecological devastations happening on Earth. They will prefer all benevolent and malevolent ETs were absent for a while, so humanity can master their own momentous energetic shifts of ascension without persuasion or deception, which is in your environment. So you could certainly be, you've a 999 on the screen. So you have certainly awakened a cosmic trait of being an Andromedan. There's, with that being said, there's also something about the style of eating for you too. Maybe eating less, but being more fulfilled. Let me see. If you've been craving freedom, you'll be receiving that, or you're in alignment to it to receive it. Deeply wise, very measured. Let's see. You're someone who's here to bring new technologies and holistic forms of healing to the whole universe. Let's see what else, love. Your mission has to do with bringing freedom, unity, and balance to humanity. If you've been feeling to guide others, this is your time, especially when it comes to helping them break free from limitations and encouraging a more compassionate and connected world. You're no longer neglecting the deep connection you have to spirituality, which has always been a guide for you in terms of your actions here on earth. You have both masculine and feminine energy inside you, but they are balanced at this time. Yeah. You may have struggled with self-love, which is why you will allow yourself for certain situations into your life that you're no longer allowing. So this is what I mean about what we were saying before, in terms of you may have been used to showing people that you are lovable, you are, this person that can provide so much, but all they would do is just take your kindness for weakness and misuse what it is that you bring to the table. But now you have grown from that. We're just calling it as it is. You have grown from that. That is no longer happening. We call in divine, unconditional love, strength, encouragement, empowerment in all your relationships, whether this be family, business, or a significant other. And we banish anything else besides that, especially that is coming to attempt to harm the collective. That is no more. I'm gonna actually grab a Kali card. I'm going to grab a Kali card. They won't play around. Okay. Let's pull a Kali card. Om Him Shandaye Ushe. Om Him Klim Shandaye Ushe. Om Him Shandaye Ushe. Om Him Klim Shandaye Ushe. Kali. Kali Ma. Kali. You in your chariot of ascension, honey. Woo-wee. They have a whole masculine out here. It's 636 and that card number is 36. Alpha of Kali with Yuga Shakti. 13. 9 and 13. 36 and 13. Well, shit. Okay. Let us see. I'm going to read this one first because this is the one that's lurking in the shadows on some, I dare you to fuck with minds. See what happens. See what the fuck will happen. Her timing is fierce with compassionate wisdom. There it goes. That's enough said. To love her is to honor her greater knowing. She demands the surrender of our futile attempts to control that which is beyond our sphere of understanding until that pain transforms into the sweet pleasure of release. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition at the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again that her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you faithfully with love and grace. Kali's outstretched tongue and open mouth signify her fierce form as the devouring divine warrior goddess. Yeah. Time emerges from Kali and ends with her. To birth the new, she devours the old. This is what I'm saying. Anybody who decides that they want to play around and bring the old version of you back, essence-wise, your ass gonna get devoured. Plain and simple. To birth the new, she devours the old. Persistence for clinging to what has been, the attachment to our past pain and fear of unknown future are no match for her genius, unwavering will to clear it away to provide the best conditions for the next chapter to unfold. With the sirens outside. Yo. Do not allow yourself to be convinced by another of anything. Lean into your heart connection to the divine. Inner clarity and higher understanding will arise from you. And that's that clarity card that showed up in the hopes and fears position for you all in reverse. But we turned that thing upright, confirmed by trust the intuition that source got you, and in the form of shorty right here that we talking about. You will see how close the chapter on the past. You will see how to close the chapter of the past and move into a new cycle with this energy. Kali Ma's darkness and ferocity are required to redress the spiritual imbalance. Wow. Listen. Let's go to the one that came out. Artha of Kali. Her heart contains the seed of your soul and complete awareness of the divine destiny she has always intended for you. There is a sacred purpose for which you were born and a meaningful, divinely protected pathway for you to fulfill it. Only you can decide to put your faith and commitment into that path and to take one step at a time in honoring what has value to your heart, tuning into her loving plan. In taking those steps, the pathway will reveal itself, and you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all things. When the heart is ready, a compelling question arises. For what purpose was I born? 108 on the screen. Yes, 8108. The sacred feminine within the heart knows how to grow and evolve organically and instinctively. There's a sacred masculine energy within that heart too. It yearns to manifest meaningful truth, to protect that which is worthy, and to dedicate our efforts towards a clear purpose. It provides for our loved ones and creates a safe space within where the feminine values of love and connection can thrive. As that masculine energy grows and evolves within the soul, it expresses a desire to accomplish these aims for a broader community and a higher purpose. Artha, in that sense, is the search for meaning, for a higher purpose, for the methods of creative expression and spiritual exploration that give our lives clear direction and emotional fulfillment. Such healing can ask you to have the courage and wisdom to move beyond the intellectual assessment of what you think you should be doing and your self created ideas about what evidence of success you should have manifested by now. You will need to shift from assessing your self healing journey. You will be asked to allow yourself to grow into the path you are seeking. The acorn doesn't appear much as an oak tree, but it knows how to become one. Damn. I mean, shit. You will have to trust in the innate intelligence of your own healing process, and so knowing, there goes that head over heart decision. Only then can you be sure you will not miss your purpose, nor attempt to climb mountains not meant for you, and that cannot bring you benefit, happiness, or peace. Artha, however, is not only about purpose, it is also about the capacity to accomplish our task and the means necessary to do so. That's also the embodiment of Saturn and Aries, being rewarded for the steps that you take. For every step that you take, especially in the sign of Aries that has to do with action. 7111 on this screen. The oracle asks you to consider that your belief systems are not a reflection of an inviolable reality, but an expression of the best way you could deal with your past. You owe no allegiance to a belief system. It either supports you or it doesn't. To allow yourself to be supported brings benefit to all beings. Give yourself permission to do the inner work necessary to open your mind to a more beautiful belief system. As Kali is rebirthing energy, it is time to dispense with the past, especially if there have been wounds around lack of security, which is that root chakra energy here. But with the sun card coming through, this would basically be a passage that has to do with the work that you have done. But for those of you who haven't, this is it. It's what you can do. The oracle guides you to open your heart and mind to the reality of the material means. I would say connect with your heart because it doesn't open or close. Connect with it. Get there. Get there. Sometimes decisions are hard to make for some because of connecting to what they already know that is coming from the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra. But really, going towards what the heart chakra guides you to do could be quite a challenge. But this is where Saturn comes in. It won't be a challenge if you have overcome the lessons of Saturn. And again, to get to know that for yourself, each and every one of you, you can look at where Saturn in Aries is for you now, what your quantum role, your esoteric lesson, your metaphysical activation is, on top of where it is for you natally, so you have an understanding about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Saturn, if you got Saturn in Aries, this is you right now. You and your Saturn return. You're in a position to understand what it means to be in a position of power and the lessons that come with it. You know? If you've struggled in the past, did I read? Okay. The oracle guides you to align with your heart and mind to the reality of the material means necessary for your continued development being provided. Even if you struggled in the past, Artha of Kali brings assurance that you are capable of genuine material and spiritual prosperity. You literally had that material harvest card show up quite a bit there. You can manifest that which has real meaning to your heart. You are forging your own authentic path that will bring you fulfillment on all levels and bring positive spiritual repercussions for all beings too. If you have reached a block or dead end on the path, trust that you have the strength to overcome it. It may not be through attempting to force something to happen in the material realm, so much as working on reframing your beliefs and approach, so they are in complete alignment with your inner values. That takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Going through that process creates spiritual integrity and alignment. Spiritual strength showed up for you as well. Of something at the bottom of the deck. So these are the things that are coming to rise at this time or sooner than later. Trust that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and blessing. I love that. The following prayer: Beloved Kalima, I call upon your divine feminine wisdom and the divine masculine power that arises to protect it with discernment, strength, and courage. I ask for your assistance for the collective in all ways, including your blessings of spiritual and material prosperity. May we all move beyond conditioning into unobstructed authenticity and spiritual integrity to joyfully and graciously manifest one's true purpose, bringing spiritual benefit to all beings. Jai Ma Kali. And that, my love, that is your message for this evening. May you all have a blissful one. Okay? And I'll see y'all in the next live. Once again, thank you for all the thumbs up, the love, and those of you that tuned in up to this point. Yeah, some real ones because my lives do be long. But listen, I love y'all. I love providing these messages. And see you next time. Ciao. Mwah.